What's up, everybody? I do a vinyl find this morning. Got some new stuff to show. Let's go. First, I've got Chris Gendry at the House of Cash. This is like a record store day from a couple of years ago. Apparently, he had made an album and he had met Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash said, "Hey, you should come to House of Cash and we'll do a record." And by what it says on the back, it says Johnny Cash, Peyote, and the One-Legged Jesus. I'm pretty sure it was a strange trip for them all. This album's out there. It's country. It's a little psyche. It's different, to say the least. I liked it. There's some great writing in it. All right. Next, we got Christy Moore. The time has come. I'll buy any Christy Moore stuff I can find. I'm big into Irish music. Been a fan, since I saw him play with the Pogues on a video once a long time ago. Beautiful voice, great writing. If you're into that, Irish storytelling music, Christy is great. Next, we got Charlie Louvin. Hey, Daddy. I'd buy anything Louvin Brothers, especially, if it's cheap. I think I paid a couple bucks for this. I love when they used to just put free with little dots in it. I have a couple of their albums that have it that way. Charlie's voice is great. If you're into that older country, great stuff. I mean, it's not as good as the Louvin Brothers, obviously, but just great songs. I love it. Next, I have Jeremy Shore, Happy Trees on Hetty. It was a Hetty Wax Beans club album. This album is great. It's on vinyl. He is an amazing guitar player. If you're a fan of Marcus King or the Allman Brothers, that kind of guitar playing, I think you'll really be into this. I mean, look at the way he does. He's a hippie, man. But the songs are really good. I mean, you should check this out on Spotify. This album is a killer album. Next, we got Steve Goodman, High and on the Outside. Let me take that out of that. It's horrible. I'm a big Steve Goodman fan, because John Prine's one of my favorite singers. I'll buy anything of his, and usually it's pretty cheap. This one's a little more, it's a little more of the late 70s. It's got some maybe early 80s. It's got some weird sounds in it. Not one of my favorites by him, but it's not bad by any means. The songwriting's great. But it's worth the buck I paid for it. All right, next we got David Allan Coe, Rise Again. I had a copy of it. This is an upgrade. I mean, that cover is his cover is just crazy, but this one's great. It's got Waylon Willie and me on it. And what's the other one? That Ain't Country. I love this one. It's a great album. I love his earlier stuff. The writing's way better in his earlier albums. I have a lot of his albums. Next, Johnny Darrow. This is the one I found. I never listened to it. It's on Capricorn. It's promotional. It's 70s. I think he was trying to get in that outlaw country movement. It's a great album. I really enjoyed it. Played guitar for a lot of different people back then. Yeah, pretty good album. This is a DC Rippers. This is OC. Oh, sorry about that. In-flight menu on Ruin Records. Really good. It's a good punk album. I was given to me by Ruin Records. If you're into punk, I think you really enjoy this. It's got some rock tinges. Very good album. It's called Happy Hour Air Travel Club. Really, I was really into it. I thought it was really good. Bill Haley in the comments. Rock Around the Clock King. Alison Dolvin. I don't leave 50s stuff. Dolvin. I think this is actually the 60s, but it's just hard to find any of this stuff, and I really enjoy it. He's got a great voice. Really enjoyed this one. I mean, like I said, I can't leave this stuff. I love it. Next, we got Rum Full of Blues. I saw these guys back in probably 6-7 years ago. Great. I'm a blues guy. I like the blues, but I think I saw them. I knew that they played with back in the day. They played backup for Stevie Ray Vaughan sometimes. Just cool stuff. I mean, this one's got a lot of great guitar work in it. It's not, some of their other stuff is not as good in my opinion, but this one's early. Really enjoy it. Yeah, I was happy to find this one. Santos and Johnny. I love La Bamba, and especially when I was a kid, and they play Sleepwalk by the Santos and Johnny on the end. When his brother's on the bridge, he's like, Reggie! I mean, this is, if you're into steel guitar, this is a cool album. I've been looking for it for a long time. It's been pretty hard to find for me. Glad to have it. If you haven't heard this, you should check it out. Next, we got You Ain't Rolling Your Roll Right by Augie Myers. Augie Myers was a part of Sir Douglas Quintet. If you're into that, Tex-Mex, rock country, this is great, man. I listened to this a couple of times. I really enjoy it. I mean, it's right around that Sir Douglas. It sounds a lot like that. And I've been looking for Augie albums for a while. I got lucky finding this one. I'm going to look for some more because this is really, really good. Next, getting into some strange stuff now. Norton Buffalo, Desert. I'm sorry about that. Desert Horizon. This is an interesting album. This is this music it's like country. It's kind of fusion. It's got a little new wave to it. It's very interesting. I hadn't really heard nothing, but maybe I heard Headley Brown from Not Another Fat Man Bearded Man Listen to Records talk about him. So I checked him out. It's really good. Pretty interesting. This one, Mark Spolestra. I think that's how you say it. This album, if you ever see this album, grab this. If you're a fan of like the country version, the Country Birds albums, Sneaky Pete's in it. This, I really enjoy this album. It's like I said, very birds like country, like Sweethearts of the Rodeo years. Like it was very good, and the writing is awesome. Next, we got Tony Driscoll, Hill Country. Great bluegrass album. It's got, let's see who's in this. Sam Bush, Jerry Douglas, Bella Fleck, Del McCoury, and all the other McCourys, Mark O'Connor, Sonny Osborne, Tony Rice, Larry Robbins. I mean, some killer players on this album. Yeah, it's great, man. Anything with any of those guys in, I'm going to pick up because I know it's going to be good. Perspective. In Friends yesterday and today. This I didn't really know much about, but realized that he's played on everything. You know, he's got Lenny Baru on it, Charlie Daniels, Buddy Evans, Johnny Gimbel, Kenny Malone, Bobby Thompson, Charlie McCoy on this. It's just, you know, straight up like jazzy country. Very good. Very good. It's on a direct disc. It sounds really good. This is one I picked up, didn't know anything about. Whitey and Hogan with the Briar Hoppers. I usually buy anything on this old Homestead Records, man. It's interesting. It's like old-timey bluegrass. And, I mean, I enjoyed it. You got to be in the mood for this stuff, though, you know? Because, it's old school, you know? It's that old school, like, straight up, no percussion, just guitars and fiddles and banjos. Yeah, I liked it. But I usually buy anything on old Homestead just to check it out. Usually they're cheap. Michael McGinnis, Rodeo Gypsy. I grabbed this just because the cover. I mean, that cover is cool. It's good. He was in the, I think they were called the New Christian Minstrels. This is very it's got that band feeling. It's got, I love the songs in it. I was going to say, I found this place that has a lot of this countryish rock stuff. It's really good. I don't know what to say. If you ever see it cheap, grab it. It's a great album. Last but not least, I'm listening to Jerry Douglas, Under the Wire. The album is beautiful. It's got the sticker on it. KM Burbank, California, custom pressed on KC 569 blend premium virgin vinyl audio file. The cover will not tell you who it is, but the album sounds beautiful. It's perfect. I love these old radio station records, man. Jerry's killer. This one's got Bella Fleck, Mark O'Connor, and Sam Bush on it. I mean, these guys were always playing together. Great album, man. It's a promotional copy too. That's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to put my own tag up here soon. I'm working on it. So that's it. That's all I got for you. Have a good day, guys.